Season 1, Waves and Sound, Physics in a Necrotic World, Episode 20, Pseudoscience. Welcome, strangers. I remember thinking, if someone runs, surely it changes their position in ether on some level. Ether can be another word for structure beneath all systems. I still think that it is felt as a presence, even though science says it's irrelevant. It's forgotten and related to psychics and false readings and superstition and whatnot. It costs us a lot, but don't you think that it actually costs us a lot to stop believing? I'm not saying go believe the conspiracy theorists, but who is to say what are the conspiracy theorists and what's scientific proof? I mean, come on, we need to have an open mind, right? I reckon we ought to allow space for possibility. I mean, that's what space is full of, Not nothing, but potential, We miss out on valid ideas that could have been built. They could have built on these ideas. These classical ideas, instead of completely discarding them. There's a reason for this change of passionate thinking. This chain of passionate thinking. There's a reason for it. It may not seem like it now, but it makes sense if you're open to it. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sense of it. Scientific authority bury ideas, dismissing them as pseudoscience, but perception should never be enough for us to erase entire fields of thought just because it seems outdated. These ideas still have value. We look for the same patterns in the same world. Why should we pretend that these ideas are unscientific? Listen, just because something is invisible, not yet measurable by our instruments, it doesn't mean that there's no truth in the system. We're losing entire frameworks of thinking. That's a great loss. It's horrible. There's something very much valuable. It's worth it in looking at these systems, all systems. I mean, especially to me, as I'm trying to understand the connections between all systems. As all systems are chaotic, they also have a mark on systems. It makes sense, and it should be allowed for more accepted ideas to be from them. I mean, the more you understand somebody, the more likely you are to trust them. To say the more you understand me, the more likely you are to trust me. Or somebody else, or somebody else, or somebody else. But in reality, aren't we just losing frameworks? We're losing ideas. We need to start thinking broadly. Actually try to understand. Because you can't trust someone without understanding. But you can't understand someone without trusting. So see, there's a problem there, right? So these ideas, they all still have value and connects to a greater system of knowledge. Even though there's a blocked detour or so, a lot of them, sure, forbidden or whatever, where you are and how you're moving also changes the system. But also it changes the framework. The ether is still the same. It's the same map that we're using to move these islands. The page isn't moving. This is the mighty Aspidoscelone. The Aspidochelone. The mighty turtle. The turtle that apparently had the whole world on its back. In this necrotic age, in this necrotic world, so do we. So we need to learn something new. We need to rediscover what physics means, even within the industrial-built educational system. There's so many connections to make, so much to explore, so have fun with all that. Enjoy it. If anything, remember, as this is our last episode of the season, remember that waves transfer energy without mass, because that's a textbook deal. You need to know that. But in reality, we need to think, what does it mean to study science? What is physics? What is physics? What is it to me? What is it to you? What does it mean? Physics means nature, right? But it's all about the communication We need to embrace the pseudoscience. See my speech marks? I mean, obviously you can't see them, but I'm doing imaginary speech marks because pseudoscience. Who is deciding what's pseudoscience? Right? Because, I mean, philosophical ideas also connect to scientific theory and can strengthen these ideas. They can make it stronger. Okay, so this concludes the first season of Physics in the Necrotic World, Waves and Sound. Next season is the electromagnetic spectrum. I mean, technically, I've already written up all of the episodes, all 20 episodes, for, Season 2, the electromagnetic spectrum. But you know what, with YouTube, it's taking so long for it to upload. That's the only thing. So, I think I'll just keep writing, I guess. Hope you enjoyed this season. See you next time at Physics in the Necrotic World. Bye! This is your host, Rimona Christian. R out.